Hello everyone. Today me, Vishali and my teammates Ranu, Kajol and Nisha are going to present our project on flight delay prediction. Maybe you all have faced flight delays once in your life. They disturb our routine, don't they? But we have a solution now. We have designed a system using which you can predict flight delays. Few major factors affecting delay are bad weather, late arrival of previous flight, or the technical reasons, etc. While working over this project, we initially did code in Colab Notebook, which you can see on the screen, where we import the data set. The data set is collected from the Kaggle website, that is US Department of Transportation, Bureau of Transportation and Statistics. Using the dataset, we gain insights into data using data visualization and also check the performance of different machine learning models. From the data visualization and performance, we come to know that some features do not play a significant role in prediction of flight, mainly from the graphs and charts. By comparing error metrics and scores of different machine learning models like random forest regressor, randomized search CV, and gradient boosting regressor, we found that random forest regressor shows better performance than others. So we choose this as our algorithm to predict flight delay in our web application, where we have VS Code as backend and Streamlit framework as frontend. The next part will be explained by Kajol. Over to you, Kajol.
This is a front end where we have taken Streamlit object to show the title Flight Delay Prediction, subheader as Prediction using Machine Learning Algorithm. Here we also have select box for selecting the type of machine learning model where user will have to choose a random forest regressor as a machine learning algorithm here. Also then we can have user inputs like month, day, scheduled departure, distance, arrival delay, airline code, origin and destination airports, and day of week. Those are the flight details of the user. After they enter the details and click the predict button here, user gets the output where flight delays will be predicted. Like here I have already loaded the data and given inputs to save time since the data set is too large and so it takes time to load. And then on clicking the button, I get the output as flight is only delayed by 6.4 minutes. Since delays up to 15 minutes are considered, our output is flight is not delayed in this case. In the backend, the program execution starts from this line where this if part gets executed and main function will be called. Here, the in the front end title will be displayed as flight delay prediction as I showed earlier. Similarly, subheader will be displayed. Also, the choice for machine learning model that user made, that is a random forest regressor here, will be stored in choice variable. Since it is stored, the if part gets executed here, and so now the next part will be explained by Vrishali. Vrishali, can you can continue?
Yes, thank you, Kajol. Now, in the final underscore data, we are calling the load data function. Then, in the load data function, we are importing two CSV files, that is flights.csv and airports.csv. In variables to remove, we are storing the less important or dependent columns. These columns are to be removed from the data set. Using the drop function, these columns are dropped from the flights dataset. Then, if the origin airport column from the flights dataset is not matched with the origin airport column in the airport.csv file, then it is labeled as other. The same is done for the destination airport. Then we have dropped the columns which have null values from the flight dataset. Then, using the library, we have created the data frame of the flights dataset. Then, we have converted the day of week column from integer to the string. The This is done for the user convenience. In real life, we call the weekdays as Monday, Tuesday, and so on. Then airline, origin underscore airport, destination underscore airport, and day of week columns are stored in DUMS. Then we have used the dummy variables for these columns that are stored in DUMS, and the uh, dummies are stored in df underscore cat. Then again we encounter some columns which are irrelevant. Those are again stored in variable where to remove and then dropped from the dataset df. Then we have concatenated two datasets, that is df and df underscore cat, using the concat function of the pandas library and stored the output in data. This is the final data. So we have taken few rows of this data and stored them in final underscore data variable. The function load data returns the final underscore data variable, that is a final data set which is pre-processed. For the training and testing purpose, this data will be used further. The next part will be explained by Ranu. Over to you, Ranu.
Thank you, Roshali. Here we are using final data for pre-processing. Over here, the data is split into X and Y data set. Since a Y data set will only contain column that is the output column. Here it's departure delay, and the X data set will only contain input column. So we are dropping departure delay from X using train test split function. We will train and test the X and Y data set. Since the test size is zero point 0.2, the training and testing is done on 80% and 20% of data respectively. Thus, we get 4 return sequence by this method. We will only return X train and Y train and input dataset X to the main function. Thus, X train and Y train will pass to random forest regressor function, that is RFG. From random forest module, we are creating object named regrf that can use the methods from the module. For example, we will use this use fit method to which we have passed X train and Y train. This will build a forest of decision trees from the training sets of X and Y and will be returned to main function in regrf. Over to you, Nisha.
Thank you, Ranu. Now, in the front end, the input, that is data for prediction of the flight delays that we accepted from the user, will be stored in some corresponding variables with the help of the Streamlit object st in accept data function. Like number input for the month is stored in month variable, and similarly other number inputs will be stored in strings like airlines, origin, and destination airports will be stored in corresponding variables. These variables are then returned in the def main. Over to you, Kajol.
These returned variables are then passed as parameters to the prediction function for predicting our output, and along with that we are also passing the input data set capital X here, which will be needed further. Initially, the name of airline that is passed here is searched for in the columns of X. If this matches, then the index of that column is written, and thus airline's index will be stored in airline index integer. Similarly, other three strings are checked for matching indexes. If matched, then its columns index from X data set will be made as the corresponding index integer. Using these integers, column index for new data set small x, that is the user's input data set, is assigned the corresponding column's name and is set to 1. while the initial 5 columns of small x dataset is made to store the values directly like those corresponding to the x dataset here, like month, day, scheduled departure distance, and arrival delay. Thus, this small x dataset imitates the capital X dataset wherein it will have only one row per function call. Thus, using this new data set with one row, we can now predict its corresponding outcome y using the predict function by passing x to it. Thus, it will store the outcome at corresponding first row itself, that is at the 0th row index. This return variable, this returned, it returns the output, its output to the main function into the rest variable here. Over to you, Nisha.
Yeah, thank you, Kajol. If this result is positive integer, then the text one, flight is not delayed, it will depart for next flight at scheduled time will be displayed in the front end. Else if the result is negative integer and within 0 to minus 15 minutes, flight is only delayed by those minutes, and as delays up to the 15 minutes are considered as not delayed, so flight is not delayed like the result shown by Kajol earlier. Else the flight is considered as a delayed flight. Thank you so much for patiently listening to us. The links for both the codes are given in the description below.